Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Nottingham Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is the 2nd of November 2022. I'm going to look at the fourth race to 216 from Nottingham, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The fourth race to 216, it's the Ben Marshall Stakes. It's a listed stakes for Class 1 horses going for a $70,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 5 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. Gonna take the one horse here, Majestic Dawn, as a top selection. Let's go 1-3-4 in your tri-cash trifecta. 1-3-4 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection to one horse, Majestic Dawn. 6-year-old horse by Dawn Approach. Get Paul and Oliver Cole trains one. Gets Callahan up in the saddle. Horse's most recent out came 24th of September at Newmarket. A mile and an eighth in the Cambridgeshire Handicap. Over the mile and an eighth there. He finished 23rd by 16 lengths there. And he was with them early on, but then he just completely crumbled. He got beat by better handicapped horses there. It just wasn't the day to win. Back here to softer ground, which I think he should like a lot more. He's in a better spot to win, and I think he could win here today. He likes running here at Nottingham. It's one of his best races. His only race here was a win quite nicely quite a few years ago. Come back here today, I think he could really find his winning ways. Two back at Windsor on the 27th of August. A mile and a quarter yielding ground in the Group 3 Winter Hill Stakes. He finished 6th by 35 lengths that day, and he was with them early on, quarter horsing it out of the gate, like we would say stateside, and he just went a little bit too fast early on. He completely crumbled late. It just wasn't the day to win. And then prior to that, the 14th of August at Deauville, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Hong Kong Jockey Club Stakes. He finished second by a nose that day, and he was with them early on. He had a great turn of foot. He just missed late, but he still ran his heart out there off the bench. And then prior to that, in the Festival Stakes at Goodwood, a mile and a quarter there in that listed stakes, winning by 3 3/4 lengths there. His only win of the season was a success because he had a little bit of a wide trip, but he stalked. He got the job done very, very nicely late. He has forwardly pace. He likes running on the wet stuff. He's cutting back to a mile, which I think you should absolutely adore. I'm going to take him here. It wouldn't surprise me if the 3-horse Cash gets the job done here. This 3-year-old colt by Chamadol. Jamie Spencer's on this one for David Simcock. Most recently in the Classic Trial at Sandown over the Mount of Core on the 22nd of April. He finished second by a nose behind Westover that day. And, you know, he was very lackadaisical early on that day. He didn't want to go in. He had a horrible beginning, but he really closed up well late. I didn't think it was a half-bad race after a very troubled trip. Coming here, you know, at the end of the season, not the world's toughest mile race, it wouldn't surprise me if he wins today. You know, his debut last season at Newmarket as a 2-year-old over the mile in the Class 4 main race, he won by 1/2 lengths, and again, a horrible beginning that day, but he settled well early on after that, and then he quickened up nicely. He got the job done later. I thought it was a very good race. Like I said, he has some decent form, but he's going to have to break, and let's see how he runs off the bench. I'll use him here on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the 216, the fourth race from Nottingham, it's the Ben Marshall Stakes. Let's take the one-horse Majestic Dawn. Give kudos to the 3-horse Cash. 1-3-4 tri-cash trifecta. 1-3 in your place pot. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.